Hey everybody, I'm Tammy at All About Living, and today we're going to have fried pork chops, potato cakes, sweet peas, and a dill dressing. That is dinner, okay? First off, we're going to make a dill sauce because the dill sauce needs to sit in the fridge and the flavors to meld, so it'll be ready by the time I get done with dinner. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Alright, to make your dill sauce, it's really easy. You need a cup of sour cream, a cup of mayonnaise, and then a few spices. You're going to need some minced onion, some garlic powder, some dill weed, some parsley, a little salt, and a little pepper. So let's get our ingredients together. We'll just start with the mayonnaise. Now if you're a Miracle Whip fan, I guess you could use that. I just don't care for it at all. But you could use it. Sour cream. This is way, way better than any bottled stuff. Alright, you need 2 tablespoons of your minced onion. Need 2 tablespoons of your dill. And this is dill weed, not dill seed. Just so you know. There is a difference. Alright, 2 of those. 1 tablespoon of parsley. One teaspoon of your garlic powder. Salt to taste. I'm probably going to use, I'll measure it for you. Let's see. About a half a teaspoon of salt. And pepper to taste, so I'm just going to shake the can. There we go. And give it a good whisk to get it all incorporated. Y'all, this is so good on those potato cakes. You will not be sorry that you made it. Minimal ingredients, minimal cost. Tastes good, meets all my criteria. Done in 2 minutes. Now we're just going to sit that in the fridge and let it return back to being cold. Okay, my dill sauce is in the fridge. And y'all, after you taste it, you'll find 1,000 things to put it on. It just screams spring and summer. It's so nice, so nice. Anyway, let's get to the potatoes. All right, let's get these potatoes cut up. And I'm just cutting them to boil, so just chunky monkey. Boy, these are starchy, like yesterday. They're starchy. We ate them all yesterday. We're pigs. Alright. It's done. We used to have these, like, Granny would make these, like on Monday or Tuesday, after everybody was came over for Sunday dinner because she cooked like 10 pounds of mashed potatoes, for Sunday dinner. And then if there was any left, she didn't throw nothing away. We would have potato cakes, and we'd either have them in the morning for breakfast, or she'd just put them on the plate for supper. Now, if she did them in the morning, they wouldn't have onions and stuff in them. They would just be pretty much plain, and she'd just batter them and fry them. These are for supper, so they're going to get some chives. Get those in the pot, and I'm trying my best not to spill them everywhere. There we go. Now I'm going to put about a quart of water. Yep, about a quart. I'm going to put my lid on it, and we're going to set it to boil. So that's a high heat, so they'll boil quick. Okay, what you're going to need for your potato cakes is some flour, like a cup of flour, 2 eggs, cup of breadcrumbs, butter, Parmesan cheese, pepper, salt, and chives. That's all you need. Alright, my potatoes are done and they're drained. We're going to get them in this mixing bowl. Make sure they're good and drained. Now we're just going to salt and pepper to taste. So that looks about good to me. That's all on you, how much salt and pepper you put. That's how much I'm going to put. We need 1/4 of a cup of butter. Mine's pretty good and melted. And 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. There we go. 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. Now we're just going to get that nice and blended up. Okay, and you do want to mash these pretty good. You don't want a whole bunch of lumps. You do it pretty uniform. Get all that off. Now we're going to have to let it sit for just a few minutes to cool, because there is no way I can touch that right now. Okay, while we're waiting on that to cool down, I'm going to go ahead and cut my chives, and I'm going to cut them really, really small. And I'm even going to put the ends in there. Everything goes. Okay, now we need to beat 2 eggs. Right. And you want to beat them really good. Look at those yolks, y'all. You can tell those are my chicken eggs. That's good. Right there. All right. Definitely no chicken egg shortage around here. In fact, I probably need to do some more egg recipes for you so I can use up some of these eggs. All right. I have some little frozen peas, you know, the little green peas. And I'm just going to put some water, some salt, and some butter. Second side done. I'm going to put just under 1/4 of a cup of butter. And I'm going to add a tad of salt. And we're just going to let those simmer. Just to simmer. Because it doesn't take them hardly any time to be done. So there we go. All right. It's cooled down enough. I can put my chives in there. Get that mixed up. See how thick that is? That's what you're looking for. You want them to be thick so that when you put them in the oil, they don't fall and break apart. Okay, now we're going to start making our patties. What we're going to do, just kind of pat them around and then flatten them. Put them in the flour. Put them in the egg. Ooh, they might be a little too loose. Loosey-goosey. Then into the breadcrumbs. Alright, that's enough for y'all to see what we're doing. Now we're going to go get that grease hot. Okay, y'all, I had a really hard time making those potato pancakes. But I never have that kind of trouble when I use mashed potatoes from the night before that's been in the fridge. So it's got to be because these potatoes are hot, because they should just go right together. Dip, 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 and done. So, make sure you use leftover potatoes or go ahead and put them in the fridge for a few hours before you start to try to batter. Okay, and we're going to shoot for, I'm using both eyes because this is a fish cooker. So I'm going to put them both on medium heat, which should get me good and hot, but not smoking. Okay, and if you've watched our channel any at all, you know that I use lard. I always use lard, butter, bacon grease, flaxseed oil, like to do my pans. Pretty much that's it. I don't use any kind of vegetable oils, corn oils, any of that stuff, because it's really, really, really not good for you. So, I use the old-fashioned stuff. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make sure your grease is hot enough. You put a wooden spoon in there, and if it starts frying the bottom of that spoon, then you know you're ready. And I am frying the bottom of my spoon. Okay, let's get those potato cakes in. See there? Nice little sizzle going on. Alright, your potato cakes are already kind of starting to float. They just need to be brown. They're already cooked. There's nothing in there that needs to, except for the egg on the outside, and it's going to cook as soon as it hits the grease. So, no worries there. Just flip them over when they get brown. You see how they're browning on the edge out there? You can see that. And one side's browner. This side of my fish cooker is hotter than that side because these are like nice and brown. There we go. Bring them back down to this side. Okay, let's get these out, and I'm going to drain them on some paper towel. I'm going to flip these one last time. They are definitely ready. Now my oil is already hot. Let's fry us up some pork chops. I've got my pork chops laid out now. I'm going to salt them. I'm going to pepper them. On both sides. I'm about out of pepper. May have to get that other one. Alright. Give it a flip. Salt it. I'm working in a hurry because my oil is already hot and I do not want to burn it. We're going to dredge it. And we're going to drop it in that hot oil. Get this last one. And I'm going to tell you, I use really thin pork chops when I fry them. It just seems like they taste better and they cook faster. And we just like them like that. And generally speaking, your thinner cuts of pork or pork chops are generally cheaper. Just saying. It makes it good for me. Okay? My granny said that the way to tell when to flip pork chops was when they start getting kind of yucky on the outside. Like that. The fat will start and the flour or whatever will start coming out of the sides. That's when you know it's time to flip. See, the fat's turning brown. Get that one down in the grease. Get this one. See, that one's really nice and brown. This pan is hotter on this side. I probably need to turn that side up. Excellent. Get these out, get them drained. and get them on a dinner plate. And don't forget your dill sauce. Look at that. Been in the fridge about 45 minutes now. Look at that. Dip that potato. Dollop some on your pork chops. It's all good. Randy's already nibbling on his plate. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.